what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. We're still here at SEMA in Las Vegas, continuing our walk around. We're still here at the Ford booth, and we had to bring you another custom Mustang. This is it. This is a 2022 Ford Mustang EcoBoost HPP High Performance Package that's had some crazy modifications done to it. But before we get into this turbocharged pony car, let's talk about what's going on here. The Ford Mustang has been around for so many years, and through that time, not only has Ford brought performance to the lineup, but also people, owners, people that have shops and businesses that deal with modifications have brought that extra personality. And that's what I love about being a car enthusiast, especially when it comes to cars like the Mustang, the Camaro, and the Challenger. No two are exactly the same when you're walking around at a car show, at SEMA, or your local cars and coffee event. Now, what has gone through with this teal Mustang EcoBoost High Performance Package is kind of taking it in a hip, cool style and showing off just some of that design. And what I want to find out is, does this actually have the right mods that would make you want to do this to your particular Mustang? And it doesn't necessarily have to be the EcoBoost or an EcoBoost with the high performance package, but even the Mustang GT, because there's a few things on this vehicle that styling wise, I think hit the nail perfectly on the head. So let's go ahead, without further ado, let's jump into this custom Mustang EcoBoost High Performance Package and see, does it have the right mods? Let's find out. Right off the bat, the color. Teal, a color you don't see very often. Back in the 90s, teal used to be all over the place. 1950s, same story. But you know what? The color actually is fitting this vehicle, especially with the wheels. But before we get to wheels, let's start at the front of the business. Look what we have right off the bat. They actually took some orange accents and brought them to the interior of the headlight housing. So you have everything blacked out, and then you could see those orange accents on the side around that projector beam headlight, and then of course the LED daytime running lamps. Working your way down, the great news is this is going to be stock Ford affair. Now, one of the touches that I really like and would want to put on my Mustang are these Anderson Composite full carbon fiber add-ons. You have the front splitter that is actually attached to the front fascia, that's all carbon fiber, and then you could see that it's almost like the Performance Pack Level 2 from the Mustang GT addition to the front splitter to give you that extra downforce. But definitely this carbon fiber is absolutely stunning under the show lights. We come across that classic style grille on the current generation of the Mustang. I'm digging the grille design, something unique. The way that they have the openings much smaller, but very plentiful, and that's gonna help flow air. Behind here, we of course have an intercooler. Is it a stock intercooler? No, we have a COBB intercooler. COBB does a lot of work with turbocharged vehicles, especially the Subaru WRX and WRX STI. We have a large COBB intercooler behind this grille. The carbon fiber full surround, looking phenomenal. Working your way down, guess what? Spare no expense, more of the Anderson Composites carbon fiber. And I even like the way this front splitter extension has that space in between the top portion and the lower portion, really giving that nice identity. But this is something that I could see if I had a regular Mustang GT, I would love to put that on there. Getting up onto the hood, totally stock in its appearance, which isn't a bad thing. Maybe they should have done something with the heat extractors, maybe bring the heat extractors a little bit further, just to kind of create that different appearance, but still looking great. Now underneath the hood, remember the high performance package has that 2.3 liter EcoBoost engine from the Ford Focus RS. Now the weird thing that I always was scratching my head about is that instead of 350 horsepower and 350 pound-feet of torque like the Ford Focus RS has, this has 330 horsepower. So a little shorter on the horsepower, still 350 pound-feet of torque, but of course with the COBB intercooler and some of the other changes that they made, this one produces a little bit more horsepower than stock. But coming around the bend, what are we working with? Love these wheels. Very creative. Vossen, known as one of the premium brands in the wheel companies, really did a great job with this setup. And we're looking at that wonderful style. I think the white
works perfect with the teal color. And then you'll notice all the nice touches all the way around. This is a 20-inch wheel. You got that Vossen badge in bright orange. Baer brakes. So these are not Brembos. This is another great braking company, Baer brakes. And love the way they got all the nice script in there. Look at the rotors. Two-piece, one of the sexiest rotors, slotted, cross-drilled, and two-piece. Because remember, this is aluminum hat, steel rotor. And if you're wondering, well, Joe, how are you going to drive down the road with that? This does, of course, have air suspension, which it is in the lowest setting. When you're ready to hit the open road, this rises up. But sitting here at SEMA, like I said, really, really stunning example. Now, coming down the side, you'll notice that they just took the teal and blended it right over the high performance badge. I think it does a better job with the badge because stock, this is one of my Zonks. It looks like a badge from AutoZone or JC Whitney catalog. So having it color match, kind of, you don't even really pay attention to it, but when people say, oh, high performance, there's something special there. Teal on the mirror caps. Now, something extra unique is obviously the surfboard carrier up top on the roof. It gives it that California vibe, something that you would see in the 1950s or 60s where people had their surfboards and just throw them in the car. This one has that wonderful carrier, and it just gives it such a unique look. Now, another thing that gives us a unique look is going to be the side sill extensions. More of that carbon fiber from Anderson Composites really drops down further than the stock pieces and looks phenomenal. On the interior, they took the white and they brought it to the seats on the inside. This one has the 10-speed automatic transmission bolted to that 2.3 liter EcoBoost. Coming around the back, just super slick. Nice low trunklet spoiler. They could have went big with the spoiler, but I think that's smart, especially with having the surfboards up top. They have the clear out taillights. You got your tri-bar LED clear out taillights. And then as we work our way all the way to the bottom, of course, if we started with carbon fiber, we got to finish with carbon fiber. You got a massive rear diffuser, full carbon fiber with that exhaust, nice slash cut, and it's going to allow that 2.3 liter EcoBoost to have a unique tone to it. Gearing is going to be 373 gears. That's going to help get the power to the ground. And one of the things that, remember, over time, there have been these Mustangs that come in very various colors, shapes, and of course, power plants. And I know that a lot of times when people hear EcoBoost and Mustang, they say that that is not a real Mustang. But remember, once upon a time when the Mustang first came out, you could get a straight six. So many different ways for people to do the different things as we kind of walk around with their Mustangs, and that's what makes it creative. That's what makes each one very, very special, no matter how many you see. And I would definitely want to say that this one has those touches that really is going to make it stand out and be unique. But when it comes to the EcoBoost from the factory, you have the ability to go high performance package. You have the ability to just go standard 2.3 liter EcoBoost. And then of course you could get manual transmission, 10-speed automatic. And then once you get your car and you fall in love with it, you could fall in love with it over and over again by doing certain modifications. And what I like is that you don't have to do them all at once, especially when it comes to budgets. You know, a lot of these companies that build these custom cars have a pretty big budget and they could just throw everything at it, including the kitchen sink, and make this, you know, beautiful piece of artwork displayed at SEMA. Or you know what? You make it a journey and you go step by step improving your Mustang and making it unique to yourself. And I think one of the biggest things that anybody could do to their Mustang, let alone any car, is gonna be the wheels. Wheels are gonna really change the personality of the car and really give it such a unique look, especially when you start adding on more carbon fiber, when you go custom colors and everything else. But hopefully you have enjoyed this Mustang. Let me know what you think. Does it have the right mods? Are there certain things that you would give a zonk to that maybe I didn't give the zonk to? Let me know what you think. Put that in the comment section. Let me know if you also want to see more modded cars, especially Mustangs. But you know what? If you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. If you are a subscriber, I appreciate your support and coming by and watching day in and day out. We can't do it without you. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you, click the link in the description. Get yourself some Raitis Rise merch. Got to give it up to the muscle behind the camera, Lori, working it like a champ out here,
different lighting conditions, tons of people. That's what makes SEMA exciting. So thank you, Lori, for all that you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.